Good morning, everyone. Coming at you from home, like we all are today. Andrew Cox from Maintenance Manager and Property Safe. I really appreciate you coming along today to have a look at what we do. We've got 4 sessions running today, so I appreciate your time. There's a very short session, so we're not going through full software demos, of course. More just to show you a bit about what we do, and then with a view of coming back to you and having a chat about things later on. So we're going to talk about integrated inspection workflows today. And as you saw in our little intro to the session, there's a huge amount of duplication that occurs in the sector regarding inspections. It's significant amount of duplication. So what we've tried to do is integrate inspections back into an online dashboard and provide you with a lot of different outcomes. I'm going to show you through a few slides in a second, but it's about scheduling and using, making it convenient for the user. A lot of there's some great people come up with great ideas, but it's not easy for the person on site to use, and that's one of the barometers we use. Is it easy for the person on site to understand it and use it with very little training, but then also transfer that data back to you? So I'm going to share my screen now. If you'd like to talk or send me a question or anything anytime, you're more than welcome to do that. Little video's on if you want to turn it on, but that's fine if you don't. Everyone's at home. And what I'm going to do is going to share my screen up now, and we're just going to jump over to the slideshow here. So you should be able to see my screen now, and I appreciate you coming along. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're trying to achieve. Okay, so huge data entry savings is a big one, and reduced duplication. And some of these I haven't got on this slide, but not missing things as an example, or forgetting stuff after you've inspected is very important. Auto transfer of inspection data, and this is something we're really going to focus on, is how we transfer this data and what we do with it once we've done an inspection. Capture reactive maintenance onto the cloud dashboard. So when you're out doing an inspection and you're doing an asset inspection or an ingoing or an outgoing or routine inspection, our app does all of those different types of inspections. Even custom inspections you can create your own, like health and wellbeing inspections, for instance. But while you're there, you might say, oh, I saw some reactive maintenance, which might have nothing to do with the inspection you're doing, but you want to record it and let your asset manager know that there's something to do in the home. So in the app, during the inspection or any other time, you can just record reactive maintenance and transfer it across onto a cloud-based dashboard when you synchronize the inspection. Okay, risk management, safety of your team. We've got some great alerts built into our apps. All the apps too, by the way, suit smartphones and and tablets, and both Android and Apple. So you don't need to go buy new stuff. That's the first thing. KPIs and reporting we'll speak about. Communications, letting people know when inspections are occurring. Notices of entry, all that sort of stuff is all built in as well, and empowering your clients with information and convenience. So giving your customers, your clients and your tenants a bit of a heads up with what's going on, and making it easy to understand what your team is doing. And obviously everything's cloud based, so it's easy to look at. We're just going to focus on the Inspect, Safe and Location app. It's actually now combined into one app called Location app. And it's the one here, but we also, Maintenance Manager is our core workflow management system, which runs like an engine in the background. And then we have our Property Safe inspections, which we'll talk about later this afternoon. I've got another 2 sessions on today, one about simplifying asset inspections, another one about outsourcing inspections to us. We're inspectors as well. But we're going to talk about Inspect, Safe and Location app, and it's fully integrated and how it works. So this is essentially the ecosystem that we've created. You've got a cloud-based engine in here called Maintenance Manager, which can run independently of the app. So you can run the app without being a full Maintenance Manager user and vice versa. But collectively, they're an extremely powerful tool. So here's Maintenance Manager, and you've got various different apps around it. And the one we're going to look at today is Location app. I put this slide up in every session because since everything's always integrated. We basically integrate with pretty much all of the housing systems now. We'll get data out in various different forms in terms of data on properties, etc. So it's easy to do that. Kaipira's full two-way integration. Shintaro, we're working on Green Tree. We're doing some work with EMS. SDM Housing, we've done some work with. So we integrate with pretty much everything. So let's just talk about what we do. Increasing safety for your workers on site with the alerts, and essentially provide some great data around inspection. So let's have a look at the app and what it does. So it's fully integrated, and what that means is it's integrated. It means if you schedule it in the cloud-based dashboard, it appears on the phone. When you synchronize and finish the inspection, it's all back on the dashboard, everything. PDF report, photographs, all the reactive maintenance, anything, and a copy of the report, and an export to Excel. So it all happens in one little click, which is great. So each report we do, whether it's a custom report or a standard inbuilt report like ingoing RTA type inspections or asset inspections you create, you can, for any custom inspection, you can output that into Excel. So it allows you to capture your reactive, cyclical maintenance, etc. as we go, and also do your asset inspections. So let's have a look at it quickly, how it works. Now, if I'm talking too fast, I apologise. These sessions go so fast in 15 minutes, but anyway, I slow down in a normal conversation. Right, so the inspection dashboard allows you to see what's going on, give you some completion status on what you're doing, some report statistics, etc., and over different filters and times, that sort of thing. So you can schedule on a report from here. There's multiple places you can schedule reports, but I'll just show you essentially what we do at the moment. So what happens is the app we have called the location app is a multi-use app for your staff. Your general asset managers, your tenancy managers, anyone in your organization can use this app to access documents that you might want to load in there, like procedural documents, as an example, lodge a reactive maintenance request, undertake an inspection. So just because you're a user of this doesn't mean you do inspections, but it's the same app that everyone's got, so everyone understands it. Really simple. Okay, so let's say I'm a user and I've got an inspection pushed into my phone. It notifies me, it's push notifications to say you got an inspection, you synchronize, and then it comes up on here. Firstly, too, this doesn't need you to get an inspection on there. You need the internet, but once you've got your inspections loaded, if you're in an area with low connectivity for internet, it doesn't matter. You can still do the whole inspection and all of your inspections during the day, come back and synchronize on a Wi-Fi connection or a GSM connection at a later date. So it works on all scenarios, which is great. So it's not a website, it's a full app, this one that you download from the App Store, and it's all on your phone or your iPad, tablet. Okay, so then you've got an inspection. It tells you where it is. You might have 4 or 5 there for today, what time it is, etc. And then in this particular case here on the screen, sorry, my screen's over there. That's why I'm looking that way. You can see here, this is a component inspection. So I've set this one up for a view of an asset inspection. So you might be in the kitchen, look at the sink, say it's good condition, replace it in 5 years, and then you might take some photographs of it. And all the photographs are also then linked to exactly what you were doing when you recorded it. So it's on the photograph, this would say kitchen sink photo and the time and date you took it. Perfect for documenting ingoing inspections and that sort of thing as well. Okay, so then you might record maintenance. You hit this little button here and you can lodge a maintenance job against the sink in the kitchen. Okay, and that's what will go on the job sheet that will get created for your asset manager. So from there, you're going through an asset inspection, your little drop downs there if you've got numbers in them, etc. A few custom fields there. This is just one of many, many templates I'm sort of showing you here. So let's say we go out with the apps are really easy to use. You can hit the talk button, you can talk into the app and it converts text, and there's so much cool stuff in most apps are great out on site these days from inspections perspective. But where they fall short, the other ones is they don't integrate back. Okay, and they're independent. You've got to retype stuff and waste all your time. Okay, inspection outputs. So this is an output as an example from an asset report, a component report. If you had a RTA inspection, it would be compliant with whatever state you're in, of course, when it prints out and etc. So here you've got your summary of your house picture. Your logo will be at the top. The identified maintenance in the property would be summarized into the PDF. So this is a PDF report, but it's also loaded onto an online dashboard. And then you've got your results of your inspection here, any comments, etc., satisfactory, etc. Okay, and it references the photograph numbers as well that are in the back of the report. So also you get an output. So you may use another system like a BI tool or another ERP system that reporting system, whatever it is that you want to get this data into. So instead of just forcing you to get come to our system all the time to get data, we let you export the data and then you can bring that up into other systems and do your other reporting that you need. So instead of building thousands of reports for everyone, which is very time consuming and costly for everyone, we just give you the data and you can then dice and slice it. It's an Excel data export. So then what happens in Maintenance Manager, this is the Maintenance Manager dashboard. When you synchronize the inspection here, what happens is all the maintenance that you've identified automatically synchronizes in as new requests onto your Asset Manager's dashboard. So you don't have to really communicate much between the person on site and the asset manager to do it, because when they do it in the app, it creates a job sheet with the photos, with all the details, with all the description, and then the asset manager gets to see that on their dashboard as well. It could be the same person. You understand, they come back and see it on their own computer, but generally speaking, it's often someone else coordinating the maintenance requests beyond. Okay, well then they're also going to talk about panic alert and panic buttons. Okay, so you don't want to use this, that's fine. You turn it off and the thing disappears off the app. But this one here is awesome. Okay, in here, this is a silent alarm. So if you're in a house and you're in a silent, appears at the door, or you're blocked into the house or whatever happens, you can double click this little green button here and it sets off a silent alarm. It has to be clicked twice to click it off. And as you do that, back in the dashboard, it triggers the alarm, and also it does a lot of things. It can text 5 people straight away to say Sally's in trouble and here's a phone number, so you can ring her up and see. If she doesn't answer the phone, you can obviously call the police or whatever your process is. And then it also GPS locates the device, so it doesn't need to be connected to the phone, obviously, or a Wi-Fi connection. And then it also can silently film and record what's happening, and you can see those packets of video and sound back on the dashboard. So it's very, very robust functionality, and it locates the thing within about 2 meters of where it is normally in GPS. So it's fantastic. If you're doing ingoing reports, you can finish off reports on site and send them off and synchronize them and finish them, etc. Email them out to external landlords or tenants or whatever you like. We do have some digital signatures for tenants in the RTA type inspections as well, like there. So that's sort of a brief summary. The other part we do, I've got another session on this today about simplifying asset management. But if you're doing any inspection, it doesn't matter whether it's an asset inspection or whether it's a RTA inspection, the stuff's got to be synchronized and usable and synchronized. So in the plan maintenance tool, we've built a tool that allows you to build a 10-year plan just by using the app and an Excel spreadsheet. So you go and set up your template. You set up your costings in your, for your schedule of rates for your bathrooms and things, and your asset managers simply go out there, use the app, go through the inspection, the asset inspection. They output the data, as I mentioned, into here like Excel, and then it literally just imports into a forecast tool and creates its inflation adjusted 10-year or 15-year or 20-year or whatever plan you're looking for. That's got the life cycle adjustment for things as well. So things might appear twice in this, like floor coverings replaced twice in 10 years, and it inflation adjusts that. So, and we've simplified it because a lot of people, it can become very, very complex for people to use and do their forecasting planning. So we've just listened to the sector and said, what is it you want? Most people have said something simple, but to create a robust 10-year plan, it's exactly what we've done. Every time you go doing inspections in the future, they come back and re-update this plan. You just synchronize, update the plan again. Okay, just import the data. So what does this look like from a time perspective? And someone said to me yesterday, I got 1,000 properties, we do 3,000 inspections a year. I said, well, times this by 10. Okay, so essentially, if you're not integrated, we already know that it takes about 20 minutes for people after an inspection to finish it and transfer data and swap photos and do all this sort of stuff. And this is conservative, okay? In the location app, maintenance manager and location app, that's a 1-minute process, okay? It literally is synchronized, the data's already there. It's probably not even a minute. Okay, and then you can process off your work orders if you're using Maintenance Manager in just a couple of minutes, or you get your authorities or get quotes from the dashboard. So there's another whole saving there as well. So if we can save you 20 minutes in inspection and you're doing 300 inspections a year, or near enough 20 minutes, you're talking about a $6,000 saving just in time, just from literally not doing stuff which is repetitive and boring and frustrates people anyway, because it literally synchronizes and saves you that time. And as we know, every $1 of time we can save you as an organization is a better $1 of care that you can provide, because it's either in operations or it's in care. I mean, this is how the world works, we all know. So we look forward to helping you. There's a whole bunch of benefits there, which we're sort of going to run out of time in a minute. But photos are saved against the property record in the Maintenance Manager cloud dashboard. It does entry notices, speech to text, as I mentioned there. And you literally just works on the stuff that you've already got. Don't need new phones, don't need new iPads, etc., etc. Okay, now we're going to run out of time, but we also do outsourced inspections, which I'm going to talk about a session this afternoon for 15 minutes, and the importance of safety, compliance reporting, and helping you as an organisation. If you don't have full capacity to do all your inspections, we can do part of your inspections, we can do all of your inspections. We've just finished 970 homes for another provider nationally with full safety asset recording inspections, so we've got quite a flexible arrangement there. And again, if you're finding safety hazards or got a safety officer in house, you can build a safety inspection app within our technology I've just showed you, and you can go out and do a monthly check on anything you like. Okay, and then all that synchronizes back into the dashboard. So I hope that's been of interest to you. 22 seconds left. Geez, these 15 minutes go fast. So there's my detail there. I'm Andrew Cox. You're welcome to just call me directly anytime, have a chat. My email address is communityhousing@propertysafe.com.au. Hope that's been of benefit to you, and hopefully we can, if you want us to have a chat to your team or have just a bit more of a detailed demo and deep dive into what we do, love to do that anytime. Absolutely no obligation, and we look forward to helping you out. So have a great Chair final day conference. I've been watching a few of the sessions, very informative, been really great, and appreciate the opportunity to present to you guys today and be a supporter of Chair and the sector. So really appreciate it. Andrew Cox, have a great afternoon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.